Interestingly, the top 10 albums of all time probably won't surprise you. It's the Beatles, it's Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Fleetwood Mac, and the number one record of all time, I don't know if you know this, is the Eagles' greatest hits. This is Joe Walsh of the Eagles. Joe Walsh is the clown prince of music. When the Eagles broke up in 1980, they took a hiatus. Joe, like Keith Richards, is very childlike, loves to play, will play anywhere. He joined a punk band in Australia for a while just because he wanted to play. But Joe is an absolute kick. He's a sweetheart of a guy from Cleveland, Ohio, who no matter whether he's feeling good or bad, has a smile on his face and will welcome you with a "how you doing?" That's Joe's whole signature line, "how you doing?" I had the idea one time at my radio station. My afternoon show had gone on vacation for a week, and I needed something for that week. And I had the weird idea to put a celebrity in there. And somebody said, you know, Joe Walsh wants to do radio. And I thought, well, that would be fun. So I called his manager, and I said, look, I need someone to do the afternoon show. Would Joe be interested? And he goes, well, let me ask him. He goes, how much can you pay? And I said, well, I'll pay him $10,000. And he'll come in and do the whole show. And then on the last day, he'll do a concert for our listeners. And he goes, okay, let me talk to Joe. Joe's all for it. So Joe comes to town, and I call a friend of mine who's at the Sheraton. And I said, I need a couple of hotel rooms for some people that we're bringing in. And the names are Joe Walsh and his manager. And she goes, is this the Joe Walsh? And I said, yeah. She goes, wow. She goes, I'd love him to stay here. I'll comp him rooms, and I'll upgrade them to suites. We'd love him to stay here. I said, that'd be perfect. So Joe Walsh and his manager come to town, and I introduce them around the radio station and take them over to the Sheraton. They get checked into these beautiful suites. And Joe, I'll spare you the details, but Joe is a lot of fun. And in the book, I talk about the types of crazy things that he was doing as a disc jockey on the air, including insisting for the artist that he doesn't like to play them the song the same time as another artist so it goes by faster. So at the end of the week that Joe was there, he plays a wonderful concert for the radio station. And then a few days later, I get a call from the Sheraton saying, well, what are we going to do about Joe's bill? And I said, what do you mean Joe's bill? I thought you said it was free. And they said, well, no, the room's free, but he has incidental charges. And I said, all right, what are we looking at? She goes, well, $10,000. I said, $10,000? She goes, he ordered in about $1,500 in booze. This is one guy there for 5 nights. I said, all right, what about the other $8,500? Where's that going? She goes, well, Joe took everything that could be shredded in the room and shredded it. The pillowcases, the blankets, the draperies, the shower curtain, anything that could be cut in strips was cut in strips. And Joe left it in a giant mound. It was kind of like leaving his mark, you know. But Joe, you may know, is also famous for traveling with a chainsaw in a guitar case. And if he didn't like the room he was in, he would just cut it open a hole in the wall and create an adjoining suite. So I think I got off lucky with just having to replace some stuff. But I called his manager and I said, you can't stick me with a $10,000 bill. And he goes, oh, no, I won't. Just send it to me. We'll pay it. And I said, I just paid Joe $10,000 to come for a week, and you're just wiping all that away on booze and fabric. And he goes, yeah, well, what? He goes, welcome to my life. That's what these guys are like. They get bored on the road, and they try to find stupid things to do, and whether it's throwing TVs or shredding hotel rooms, that's kind of what happens to them.